Andor Season 2 kicks things off with a literal bang. Cassian's in disguise infiltrating a snowy Sinar test facility, and right away we're dropped into one of the tensest sequences I've ever seen in Star Wars TV. He's not alone though, he's got help from a scared Imperial tech named Naya who's risking everything to get him in to steal a prototype TIE fighter. And I was blown away by how quickly Naya became a fully realized character. She's only on screen for maybe 5 minutes total, but in that time, we learn everything we need to know. She's smart, terrified, conflicted, and brave. And through her, we get a glimpse of what it's like to be a cog in the Empire's machine. Someone who had fun in her job, who thought she was doing good, until she realized she wasn't. That's just great writing and great acting. She felt like one of the main characters of the episode, even with such limited screen time. Now, about that heist. This thing is fast, chaotic, and gritty. And honestly, it felt like a direct response to anyone who ever said Andor Season 1 was too slow. Because this opening right here for Season 2 is anything but. It's tense, it's loud, it's dangerous. Cassian launches into the sloppiest escape we've seen from him yet. There is no manual. He's winging it the whole time, crashing through hangar doors and narrowly escaping blaster fire. And I loved every second of it. And the ship he's stealing, that's no ordinary TIE fighter. It's a prototype that seems to take inspiration from the TIE Avenger in the old Star Wars TIE Fighter PC game, a deep cut from Legends. The ship design is sleek, experimental, and clearly unstable, which is probably why it never made it to mass production. But the design lineage is there, and Andor is so good at weaving in those details without making them feel like fan service. Once Cassian makes it out, the episode shifts gears. We get time to breathe and catch up with the rest of the galaxy. Over on Chandrila, Mon Mothma is deep in political theater, smiling through her daughter's arranged marriage. And who shows up without warning? Our good buddy Luthen Rael. His voice cuts through the party before we even see him, and the whole vibe shifts. You can see it in Mon's eyes. This is a man who represents everything she's trying to keep hidden. The rebellion, the risk, the truth. The wedding ceremony itself is stunning. I have to say, everything is circular. From the architecture to the ceremonial spaces, that's classic Chandrilan culture. Circles represent unity and tradition. But here, the harmony is fake. Everyone's smiling, but they're all carrying secrets. It's the rebellion wearing a smile. Meanwhile, Bix is living with Braso and Wilman, trying to lay low on a planet called Mina Rao. They're fixing irrigation systems and acting like things are normal, but Bix is not okay. She's still haunted. There's a brief, terrifying nightmare sequence where she wakes up remembering what Dr. Gortz did to her in Season 1. Even my favorite character in Andor, B2 Emo, wants to report her distress to Cassian, as if trauma is just another data entry. That cold detachment, that's the Empire's legacy. Also, a quick detail. Braso has a decorative plate in his home with Marva's face on it. That one little touch says so much. These people carry their memories forward even as they run. Now back to Cassian. He was supposed to rendezvous with a contact named Porco, which I thought he was saying Porkins at first, but he was saying Porco. But instead, he gets captured by jungle rebels who mistake him for an Imperial. These guys are paranoid and disorganized. They used to follow Maya Pei, one of the rebel leaders Saw Gerrera mocked as a neo-Republican, and now they're just spiraling. The infighting is real, and Cassian's just trying to survive their suspicion long enough to make a plan. And here's the genius of this episode, the editing. We cut between these scrappy jungle rebels bickering in the mud and the clean, crisp boardrooms of the Empire, where director Krennic and Deidre Merrow are planning how to strip mine Gorman. And they're doing it over snacks, finger food, and fascism. This is the banality of evil, and Andor captures it better than any Star Wars project before. Now, Dedra says something that sticks here.
You need Gorman rebels you can depend on to do the wrong thing.
That's the Empire's strategy: provoke the rebels into missteps, then use that as a justification to tighten control. It's terrifying. It's also chillingly real. There's even a blink if you miss it cameo. Erskine Samaj, a character originally introduced in Star Wars Rebels, makes his live-action debut at the wedding. That's just another subtle way that Andor bridges the gap between animated and live-action canon without drawing a neon sign around it. And I've got to say, man, the humor in here, I just was floored by. No, not sitcom jokes, but the kind of awkward real-life humor that pops up in tense situations. This episode had it all. Tense action, sharp political commentary, unexpected laughs, emotional weight. Andor Season 2 comes out swinging, and it feels like a confident answer to every critic who didn't get what made Season 1 special. We've got more to cover in episodes 2 and 3, so don't go anywhere. And as always,
we would be honored
if you would join us.